gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to absolutely everybody right here. We are feeling great, kicking off this brand new week, getting ourselves excited to see what this day is going to bring us. And as always, take a second here and right now, guys, and smash that thumbs on up. Yes, we have a brand new week ahead. We have a brand new opportunity. There are chances for success all across the board. I know every single trader is excited, and I can't wait to dive in on this day. I hope everyone is feeling absolutely great, kicking things off on this Money Monday. We are in December, or as again the traders call it over in Tradecaster, December, baby. Yes, ready to go, ready to do some fun giveaways, ready for some big time trades, and ready to be able to make some money. Today, right now at this time, we're already seeing a few plays already starting to pop off the list. And that is DYAI. DYAI already starting to get a little momentum. Stock has gone from 97 cents, shot up towards the price of 130. That is a play that a lot of traders are looking at. You could see that was a 3-star press release. Came out with the word agreement. 26 million in float stock, trying to get some hype, trying to get some momentum. We've also seen the stock KALA, Kala, also enter into a $6 million purchase agreement. So we saw Kala this morning go on a nice spike on up and start dropping its way back on down as well. We also saw the stock of QTTB. QTTB right here also had a partnership where they announced an establishment of a rare kidney disease pipeline, where KTTB has been able to spike, hold up its gains next to $4. Just playing the game of let's fill everyone in. Let's get every single person set. Let's make sure every single trader is ready to rock and roll on this day. That's essentially what we're at right now. So for anyone who's saying, hey, it's Money Monday, I just woke up, hey, fill me in on the best place. Right now, the majority of players are focusing over on number one, QTTB. Back above $4, this stock could start getting some momentum. This stock could start getting some hype. This one does have a good credible press release that came out at 7 o'clock this morning talking about a rare kidney disease pipeline. We also do have number two, which is KALA, which was the hottest stock so far this morning. KALA went from 91 cents, spiked up to 150, back on down to 130. This one did have an agreement press release this morning. Unfortunately, it is starting to give a whole lot back right now. So it's probably not the play that the majority of traders are going to like at this moment, since it did spike and now it's kind of turning into a big short. Other than that, we do have DYAI, where we do have an agreement to bring animal-free alpha global nutrition markets, trying to get a little hype, but nothing there too much at this moment. So team, it's more about staying smart. It's more about staying safe, putting ourselves in the best positions possible, and again, really attacking what we see come on up here. Now, it is going to be an absolutely great day ahead. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic week ahead. Now, the big thing that a lot of traders are focused on at this moment is the fact that the S&P 500 is almost right back up to record highs. Now, yes, we are having a pullback right now. Yes, we are seeing a little selling pressure because of Bitcoin. But as you guys can see right here, isn't it nuts? Isn't it wild? Can we just take one moment here, guys? Put your coffee down here for a second. Stare me in my eyes. When we take a look at the S&P 500, and just 2 weeks ago, everyone was acting like the sky was falling. Everyone was acting like the clouds are coming down, and again, it's going to crash into your house and break everything. People are running around saying, oh, the tariff, the AI bubble, the inflation, the interest rate cuts. Everyone's screaming all these different things because the S&P 500 went from 680 down to 650. Oh, here comes the big crash, Michael Burry. And just 4 days later, we're right back up to record highs. Just 4 days. 4 days later, we are right back up to record highs. How insane is that to think about? See how emotional traders can be? See how emotional investors can be, Wall Street can be? Well, when it comes down to your money, it's very simple. It's very easy to become emotional, right? Very easy. And I get it. Someone comes up and takes $100 out of your wallet. You say, what the heck, man? Right? You flip out. But at the same time, someone gives you $100, you give them a big hug. Now, think about that on a grand scale of hundreds to millions of billions of dollars. Well, guess what here, traders? We are going to see a massive difference. We are going to see people, again, flipping out and getting emotional. The stock market is a group of 16-year-old girls that don't know what they want to wear. That's essentially what it is. I want to do this. I want to do this. No, I hate this. Debbie's wearing this. Sally said, I don't look good in this color. Right? That's all it is. It is so emotional. And the thing is, you need to cancel out your emotions. A week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I told every single person to buy in the 650s. I said, buy in the 650s and you guys will be happy. And some people, again, commented on my tweet, commented on my stock twit post saying, oh no, you're going to blow up people's accounts. Don't do that. And here we are a week later, and I've been able to make another, X amount over on my account just because I'm not being scared. Just because we have a pullback doesn't mean the market's falling apart. When in doubt, zoom out. When in doubt, go back to a yearly chart on the S&P 500. There are pullbacks. There are times of fear. There are times of weakness. But the S&P 500 doesn't ever lose. You know what's so crazy? I could put that out. The S&P 500 will win over time. And people on social media will be like, this guy's going to blow up in his account. Get ready for this guy to blow up an account. No, take a look at a chart. Well, what about the 2008 crash? Guys, I wish I bought in at 2007 right before the dump. Oh, well, what about the 2018 dump with interest rate? I wish I bought in at 2018 right before the dump. Oh, well, what about the 2021, again, pandemic? I wish I bought in right before the pandemic, because that means, again, I'm buying in here. I'm buying in back in 2018. I'm buying in here. That means, again, I'm buying in, of course, right here. I mean, I wish I bought in even a little bit more, again, back in 2022 before the dump right here. Again, of course, buying in right here. Traders, if you bought in, let's say you were the worst stock trader of all time. Let's play that game. You are the worst investor of all time, and you happen to buy in 2018 before a dump, and you bought in at 2020 before the dump, and you bought in at 2022 before the dump. If you are the worst investor of all time and you invested every single time before the crash, you would still be up a shit ton of money. Isn't that fun and exciting in the S&P 500? But the actual, right, the thing is, you wouldn't be the worst trader of all time. Sure, you had some very bad entries, but the worst trader of all time is the people that sell when you have pullbacks. A little pullback, time to get out. 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 Pullbacks are not fun. They are a time of fear. They are a time of scarcity. They are a time of people, the time that greed is at a low, confidence is at a low. But every time we have a little drop, if you get scared, this just isn't for you. I'm sorry, guys, but click that little red X in the top right-hand corner, close your brokerage, and just say, hey, stock trading's not for me. And why? And again, just go to the mirror and just stare at yourself in the eyes and just say, I'm a big pussy. I can't hold on to trades that go in the red. It's okay. There's got to be some people out there. It's all right. But the thing is, guys, you guys got to realize that it's part of trading that pullbacks happen. But this is the last 16 years showing you what happens. The market goes up. The market goes up over the last 16 years. Will we fall back down to 600 at some point? Potentially, yes. Could we fall back on down to the price of 550 at some point? Potentially, yes. I am not a fortune teller. But I will say over time, the S&P 500, the top 500 companies in the United States do not lose. They win. That's what we do in the United States. We win. We win over and over and over again. And at the same time, people say, well, again, what about the fact that most of the entire market is held up by AI? AI is like the future, guys, or AI is like the internet. It's going to be around forever. And guess what? People say, oh, is AI a bubble? Is AI this or AI is that? Guys, to me, it's not any sort of bubble at this time. For me, right now, there's a massive race. There's a race between China. There's a race between the United States for super intelligence, artificial intelligence, super AI. Do you think the United States is going to allow themselves to lose to China? Let's just make it the easiest conviction in the world. You might not like AI in any sort of way. You might say to yourself, hey, you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of AI. I think AI is overinflated. Okay, now think about it on a political standpoint. On a political standpoint, we are facing China as in who is going to accomplish super AI intelligence first. Do you think we are going to allow ourselves to get a lower hand than China? The answer is no. Because again, whoever gets super AI first, whoever can be able to solve problems first, whoever gets certain treatments first, whoever can make better weapons first, and better programs first, and software first, they are going to be able to make more money. So when there's an opportunity to make more money, and our biggest competitor in the entire world is also racing for it, I can guarantee that the government is going to put as much money as they possibly can, hand over fist, print out more money, and don't tell anyone, to just keep on going so to make sure that we win the artificial intelligence race. And that's one of the reasons why the S&P 500 continues to move on up. And that's why every single dip buy is, again, an opportunity. You know what also, again, calms my nerves down when instead of getting scared during these, little pullbacks and such, is the fact of how new artificial intelligence is. Now, I'm going to say something, and again, some people may say this isn't true, but I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to say AI is very new. It's a baby. And you might say, what do you mean it's a baby? And yes, I will again agree with the haters or trolls here for a second. AI has been around for a very long time, but it hasn't been first introduced to the public till around what area? Right here, 2022. 2022 is when OpenAI put out ChatGPT for the very first time. And when we put this out for the very first time, that is what gave it the true public exposure of turning into this extremely crazy bull cycle that we have. If you want to say what got us out of the rut, what got us out of the rut right here of 2022, it was the fact that AI has come into a development, right? Sometimes when you have a rut, you just need something to spark it to get people excited about. And if you wanted to say, well, AI's been around for 10, 15, 20 years, that's awesome. That's great. And if you saw in the video earlier and all these other plays earlier, that's amazing. But I'm saying it hasn't been truly like adopted by the public since around 2022. And I think most people would agree with me on that. And that's why we had this bull cycle. So if we wanted to think about it in a different manner, we could say, again, most people started adopting, the internet back in like 1995. And then we had 5-6 years until we actually got to the point that things got a little too out of hand, right? Same exact thing when we're thinking about the S&P 500 here and we're talking about NVIDIA. If you want to say, man, am I late to AI? Am I late to artificial intelligence? Am I late? It's like buying the internet in 1998 right now. I understand it. In the world of everything being such quick trends, meme stocks go up, meme stocks go on down. Right. Sometimes, again, we see certain sectors, things go up, things come on down. Certain cryptos get hot and come back on down. Right. Let's think about that as in crypto. Let's, again, think about Bitcoin at first. Bitcoin, when was it developed? I might have my year wrong. Was it 2010? Something like that, Bitcoin? And then it kind of first became adopted to the public back in like 2016-ish. That's kind of when it got really big. Imagine buying Bitcoin in 2019. I'm sure you'd be happy. Now, yes, there's been times that Bitcoin's gone on big rips and runs and times that it's gone big time drops. And I'm sure, again, AI is going to have the same exact thing. But if you bought Bitcoin back in 2019, I'm sure you're a happy camper right now. Same exact thing with AI. I know it's tough when people say, oh, am I still in early? Am I in late? It's like, again, I can guarantee NVIDIA is going to be around in the next 20 years, 30 years. If you bought Apple in 2003, you'd be happy right now. Same exact thing with NVIDIA or Palantir or Google or Microsoft or whoever AI you like. It's going to be the same exact thing where, again, your kids, your grandkids are going to say, oh, what was it like living without AI? Isn't it such a crazy time? I was born in the early 1990s. We didn't have the internet in our house, in my house growing up, until about the year 1999, 2000. I remember being a kid growing up and coming to my parents and being like, hey, my friend Ryan, he has the internet. When are we going to get the internet? And my parents just turned to me and said, we don't need the internet at this time. The internet, that's like a grown-up thing. That's like for business people. And I remember for the first like 6-7 years of my life, we didn't have any internet whatsoever. And then, of course, we got internet. We had the computer. We had AOL. Right, but think about how much has evolved since the time of me not even having the internet in my home to, again, having the internet, to AOL, to MySpace, to Facebook, to Instagram, to Snapchat, to AI, to, again, all these things that we have, right? We basically have seen this crazy shift. Now, yes, that has been over, the last 25, 30 years that we've been able to see the internet grow so much. Where's it going to be in the next 25 and 30 years? Where are your kids going to say, oh, yeah, I remember I was being born and ChatGPT just came on out. Is that going to be like Windows 98 at some point? Where people are going to be like, ChatGPT, what the heck? Windows 98, what the heck? People saying, you didn't even have the internet when you were born? What the heck? Right? It's like a foreign language at this point. Kids that are born nowadays can't even fathom what it'd be like without being addicted by staring at their phone every 24 seconds. You guys didn't have phones growing on up? It's like, yeah, we had them on our landlines in the kitchen, right? So the thing is, the SPY will continue to move on up over time. I'm not saying we're just going to see green forever, but you really don't ever have to be fearful when you guys are trading stocks if you guys are having the game plan as in, hey, this is my retirement. That's how I think about it. I want to retire or I want to be set for the rest of my life when I'm 55, 60 years old. When I'm 55, 60 years old, I do not want to have to work another day in my life. Will I work? Sure, because I enjoy working. Will I work? Sure, because I enjoy, again, that I enjoy that. But at the same time here, guys, I don't want to worry about money. I don't want to have any financial pressure. I don't want anyone ever coming up to me in any sort of way and being like, oh, you have to work because you don't have enough funds. So that's why I invest right now. If anyone's saying, hey, Deck, why haven't you bought a really nice car in the last 4 years? Because I'm putting all my money into the stock market. Hey, why did you sell your rental Airbnb? Because again, it was doing okay, but it wasn't doing as much as making money in the stock market. I, again, would rather just put money in the stock market, all my free funds, all my extra funds, instead of, again, me trying to show off and buy some sort of foreign car, put money into the stock market. Instead of, again, me going out and buying bottle service, go ahead and put that money in the stock market. I would rather accumulate and put $4, $5, $10, $100,000 in the stock market because I know in the next 20 years, it's going to be millions of dollars. That's just how life works. So you got to be willing to take advantage of that. Right now, the market is still fading. Market's still falling, and we are still seeing a drop at this time over on the S&P 500. So we are still, again, fading right now at this moment. We could also take a look over on, let's see where the Bitcoin price is at right now. Bitcoin still fading and still dropping right here and right now. Bitcoin is down towards 85,000 at this moment. So we have gone from 91,000, dropped on down towards around 85,000, and now getting another pullback, another fade back on down towards that 85,000 region. So S&P 500, that's why that's down here today, because we are feeling the pressure. We are feeling the pressure at this moment. We are seeing the fade. We are seeing the weakness. We are getting a little bit of that drop at this moment as the S&P 500's feeling that pressure and feeling that weakness as we are, again, getting that drop. All right? So let's see how much lower that's going to go. We are waiting to see if anything else is going to spike on up. QTTB getting a little bit of momentum towards the upside right now. So QTTB has gone from $2 up to $4, up towards around $4.30. So QTTB has that $5 target it could possibly be getting itself up to in the near future. Let's go back over towards, again, Fox Center here. Let's just kind of, start at the bottom and get ourselves, all set, ready to rock and roll moving forward. So first things first, a couple little tutorials if you guys want to check out some of that. But let's actually go up to this. This was actually something that came out, about 2 weeks ago, but it's a little bit of a repost, and I like this repost a lot. Just little heads up. It's always great to know what billionaires are investing in. Because if someone is a billionaire, they have achieved success that we can't even comprehend sometimes in some way or another. Sure, it could have been from generation through generation through generation. Some of them have made their wealth. But when you're a billionaire, you are inside like a certain circle, a certain party that may know things more than other people know. So it's always great and it's amazing that billionaires or all these hedge funds have to put out these filings that show what they are holding. So Warren Buffett, here is what Warren Buffett is holding right here. You can go ahead, check out some of his portfolio and see what are some of his most important plays. You can also see, of course, what he got in on, what he got out of, and what plays he's currently holding with how many shares. Bill Ackman, very popular billionaire on CNBC a lot. People respect him. Again, what are some of his largest holdings? The thing that stands out to me is Uber is 20% of a billionaire's portfolio. That's a pretty big thing to note. So again, maybe I want to get involved in Uber, and I'm going to give you the heads on up. I've been involved in Uber throughout all of 2025. So I actually bought in on Uber in early 2025, and I've been holding Uber for the last 12 months here. So Uber has been a play that we jumped on in back in around $63, $64. It's up to $86 at this moment. Good, slow, confident play. I like it. Right? You can check that on out. Ray Dalio, another guy who has Uber in there. And again, you see a lot of these. Microsoft, Spy, Uber, right? BKG, Adobe, Nvidia, and then he has other in there as well. Right? David Tepper. We have AMD, but he does also have Nvidia as well. He has Amazon. He has Meta, VST. That's another company that I have as well. So again, do I just try to steal whatever these billionaires have? The answer is no. I don't just try to steal and just do whatever these billionaires have. But I do like to get ideas from them. I do like to try to get research points from them. I do like to try to figure out, okay, why are they in on it? And can there be something that I can do, from that? Right? So make sure you guys go check this list on out if you guys have not yet. Great list. Definitely can make you guys a lot of money and at least spark some different ideas for you guys to become better traders. Growth names in 2026 to watch. This is, again, a great little list of AI infrastructure, quantum computing, robotics, nuclear, digital health, fintech, space stocks, consumer, battery storage, autonomous AI vehicles. So if you guys are thinking, what's the next big growth play? What's going to be the next big sector? These are all the leading sectors out there at this time so that you guys are all set, ready to go. Okay? What else do we have here? Are tariffs working? Revenue is growing. Okay, look at this. This is a pretty little fun fact right now, traders, and I know some people don't realize this or haven't looked into this yet, is that a lot of people say, are tariffs even working? Like, have tariffs even made us any sort of money? Well, I know, again, especially depending on what side you're on. If you are a Democrat, you might say, I haven't heard anything special about, tariffs. Trump's ruining the country. If you're a Republican, you might say, tariffs have been incredible. What are you talking about? Trump's the best. Guys, I get it. We have two different sides. Some people are Democrats, some people are Republicans. Some people are left, some people are right. That's okay, right? That's great. You can have your personal opinion. But what we are seeing at this moment is tariffs have brought in so far a $34.2 billion revenue or profit, a 281% year over year. So it does not matter what side you are politically. But what we are seeing is a massive amount of money. Customs and certain exercise taxes reached $96.8 billion, more than the entire fiscal year of 2024. And that was just the 3 months of October. This builds on total customs and excise of $215 billion in 25. To put this into perspective, tax collection fiscal year was $452 billion. So basically here, guys, we are collecting $215 billion from revenues or from tariffs. So if we are now collecting all of this money, $215 billion, that is insane because it's saying the entire income tax of 2025 is $452 billion. So out of all the income tax, we essentially have half of that now, which is going to be tariffs. Could that lower our taxes as, again, people in the United States? Or are we just going to take that $215 billion and now be able to spend it on things that we want now? I mean, imagine if you got, let's think about this in more like simple terms. Imagine if you made $100,000 a year and now you had some sort of side hustle that now made you an additional $50,000 a year. So before, your whole entire life, you're making $100K. You start doing something off on the side. And now, again, you have $150K. You're making an extra $50,000 a year. That's almost what we have for taxes right here. The government usually will bring in $452 billion. Now we're bringing in $215 billion. Hey, that's going to make people excited. That's going to be awesome. And that money is going to be more money that can be flowing into these markets. Guys, take a look right here. Most undervalued stocks in the S&P 500. Undervalued stocks going into December. So the chart below visualizes these stocks and their forward PE ratios. The lower the bar, the more undervalued the stock can be. So again, some stocks that are extremely undervalued at this time. CHTR, AES, General Motors, Verizon, Target, ExxonMobil, Walgreens, Ford. So again, if you guys want to take a look, here is a list of most undervalued S&P 500 stocks by forward PE ratio. So again, basically just giving you guys some good ideas. And again, it's just like, of course, the $1 billion place. Get ideas. Don't copy it. Don't just randomly go ahead and just buy, let's say, General Motors because it's undervalued, but at least do some research, get some ideas, think about what we have at this moment. Let's compare revenue of AI charts, the revenue comparison over the last 5 years. So guys, what are you guys realizing right now at this moment? If we're just taking a look at revenue of the AI charts right now, Google is way ahead. But as you guys can see, since 2023, we are seeing NVIDIA start climbing. NVIDIA is trying to make that kind of like stretch. It's like the race in the final, final stretch here, trying to really pull it in. So NVIDIA is the one that's kind of breaking away the most, trying to catch up to Google at this time. Winner versus losers, stocks that beat their competition. NVIDIA gained 22,000% over the last 10 years compared to Intel's 18%. Shopify has gained 6,000% compared to 453% of Walmart. Broadcom has gained 3,000% compared to Cisco's 182%. Celsius has gained nearly 3,000% compared to Coca-Cola of 70%. So as you guys can see, these are companies that are in the same sector that some have won and some have lost. Apple versus BlackBerry, Netflix versus Disney, Amazon versus UPS. Kind of crazy to think about, right? So right now here, traders, we are coming on down also to December. For anyone who does not know, December's average return is 1.5 or 1.48. That's the average return on December. So the thing is, December is by far one of the best months to invest, one of the best months to trade. So we are very excited to see what is going to be happening in December. We are very excited to see what is going to be coming on up in December. We are very excited to get ourselves ready to rock and roll for an absolutely massive December ahead. Traders, it is 8 o'clock right now. Let's get ready for the news. Number one, SLDP. SLDP right here, I believe, just came out with some news. Guys, SLDP is trying to get a little bit of momentum. And I just saw that one right here over on Fox Runner right at 8 o'clock. SLDP, two-star word, receives FDA design designation. So again, SLDP is receiving what? It's receiving approval from the FDA. That's why it's getting a little bit of hype right now. Let's keep that one on our back burner. Let's see if anything else starts moving. Reports new phase 2 imagining data. Let's go INMB. INMB, no buying volume. What about a partnership press release? FUSE, nothing on partnership. What about DARE? DARE announces again phase 3 on positive data. So announces the return of rights, phase 3 ongoing positive data. Okay, DARE, let's keep it on the back burner. Maybe you could start getting some buying volume. I love the word positive, so it's definitely worth it. We do have the word significant, VENU. Nothing there just yet. And is that the best one, SLDP? TGL, guys, hold on. TGL had one back in, look at this, guys, TGL 743. So 743 TGL came on out and talked about a 500% gain of explosive revenue growth. So TGL does have 500% revenue growth. That was, again, a little bit lower ago. But I would probably say right now SLDB would probably be the best one out of, again, 8 o'clock press releases. If you're looking for something fresh and something new and something set, ready to go, SLDB is going to be the play that you guys want to be focusing on right now. So I would say top 2 plays that you guys need to be looking at, top 2 plays that you guys need to be on top of, top 2 plays that you guys need to be aware of is number one, SLDB, in case that one does start breaking $6, and also TGL right here, which is slowly trying to build itself on up. Remember, if we take a look at the top gainer board right now, we do have QTTB this morning. That came out with a press release way earlier today at 7 a.m. So again, QTTB was at 7 a.m. this morning. And again, you really don't even need to worry about this one that much. Did come out with an establishment of a rare kidney disease pipeline. That was over on, again, this play QTTB. Then we are having TGL at this moment. And then again, a lot of these other plays, guys, don't really have any sort of buying volume. I mean, like, look at LICN, nothing really there at this time. Let's just go ahead and let's look at the best news here so far. So top gainers with news or filings. What are the best top gainers with news or filings? Obviously, it's QTTB. Obviously, it's QTTB. And then obviously, it's TGL. Those are, again, bang, bang, bang. Those are the ones that we're aware of. As you guys can see, though, and we also have BLTE right now starting to move up the list, guys. BLTE, let's see if that one just started jumping on up the list a little bit. BLTE, again, that one's much bigger at $164, but definitely want to write it on down. I mean, it's gone from, again, the price of $135 up to $164. So BLTE's trying. And now, again, all the best players without or with or without news, QTTB, we know, DRCT, WeBuy, NVE, LIVE, a lot of these don't have any news, and even some of them have super low volume, like 980 shares, 180 shares traded. Guys, we can't get ourselves involved in these, right? We can't get ourselves involved in these type of little tiny plays. So again, QTTB, still the top dog. We do have BLTE trying to, again, move itself on up here a little bit, but that doesn't really have too much hype or that much momentum right now. So we really do just want to stay as smart and as safe as we possibly can. LUCY right here, Lucy, maybe also getting a little bit of momentum. Lucy, 3-star word, announces that partnership. So Lucy right here, getting that partnership. Stock, again, 8 o'clock now, trying to squeeze on up and starting to get a little bit of a pullback at this moment. So we've had a few different plays going on a rip and run and spike and climb, a few different little, again, poppers at this moment. But right now, it is still a little bit quiet. It still is a little bit slow. And we are going to be watching and waiting to kind of see where, again, buying volume is going to be heading. All right. So right now, absolutely incredible. Right now, absolutely awesome for every single trader and every single person. Now, team, I also do want to throw out here, as again, 8 o'clock is coming on down to an end. I do want to say right now, it is Cyber Monday. So over on my Twitter account, and I actually posted this, for Black Friday sales into Cyber Monday. And I really just want to take time and be able to throw out different scanners and different companies that I support. So if you guys have not yet, make sure you guys head on over towards, again, my Twitter. And it says, here's your last chance to grab a Black Friday sale from 30% off to 70% off. And it goes through every single company that I do recommend. If you are a prop firm trader, One Stop Prop, 40% off. If you guys are looking for the best brokerage out there, Cobra Trading. No one else does it better than Cobra. They're actually having a 100% off sale. How crazy is that? It's free. It's literally free. You guys just go ahead and check it on out. Fox Runner, that's again the scanner that I was just showing over to you guys right here, my favorite scanner. Trade Ideas, which I use again nonstop. That's Trade Ideas right here. So you guys can go ahead and check that on out. Making sure that we are all set, ready to go. And let me again bring this back on up here. Then on top of that, guys, Tradecaster, where we are live right here, right now, over on Tradecaster. If you guys have not, make sure you guys come on over, enjoy it, sign on up, get a Black Friday deal right here, which is actually, of course, Cyber Monday. But all of these deals, no matter what company you like here, guys, they all have sales for Cyber Monday. And I believe, again, StockTwits having their sale for their Cyber Monday right now. So, of course, go ahead, take advantage of it, and get absolutely, get crazy. Get a little wild, guys. Let's, again, start sneaking out that credit card out of the wife's, purse and start swiping that thing. Go get yourself a StockTwits, subscription. Go get yourself Trade Ideas. Go get yourself Fox Runner. Get yourself Cobra. Get yourself One Stop Prop. And, of course, come on over here to tradecaster.com and let's get ready to rock and roll. You guys have seen me probably go live before. Absolutely crushing it, getting after it, and making as much money as we possibly can day in and day out. Traders, it is, as always, an absolute pleasure to be here with you guys and getting after it day in and day out. I do want to let you guys know this as well, though, that next week I will not be live on Monday. And the reason why I will not be live is actually I am getting married this upcoming weekend. So I actually get married on Saturday, and I'm actually having a little honeymoon over the next week. So next week, I'm actually going to be in Hawaii. So I will not be here. I do just want to say thank you so much for all the support. And I'm excited to be able to kind of take a little week breather and head on over to Hawaii and be able to get married. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be awesome. But I do want to let you guys know that I will not be live next Monday over on StockTwits. All right? Hey, everyone, crush this week. Enjoy this week. Have some fun. Make some money. And, of course, I'll be going live over on Tradecaster.com in the next few moments. So make sure you guys come on over. Chaz Michael Burry coming back on out, doing what he does best. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your week. Thank you, StockTwits, for always putting on such a good show. We're going to fix this audio and get ourselves dialed in for 2026. Let's get after it. Thank you so much. I enjoy it. Have a wonderful rest of your week and happy